What is up, YouTube watchers? Well, just like Tom's refurb, he has hot tomato. This is rotten tomato. Or no, this is still Constance. But anyway, unlike his truck that has a very overpriced LS1, this has a semi-overpriced 6.0 LQ9. I guess, I don't know which one would be better. That one's a 5.7, this is a 6.0. Which one would be better, LQ9 or LS1? I would think the LS1 would rev higher. Maybe they have the same amount of horsepower. I don't know. I would go with the 6.0 all day long. But anyway, I've been working on the exhaust. As you can see, it's pointed kind of crooked up there. I got it just stuck out barely. Got to wait to get a muffler. As of now, or as of a few days ago, I have a job. I got to go Monday to administration, get my badge for custodian at a school. The other day, let's see, today, right now it's Saturday. So Friday I went to do my fingerprints because, you know, you got to have all that shit in check if you're going to work at a school around kids. They want to know who you are, where you been, background check, who's your mama, who's your daddy, what you did 20 years ago, what you do in your spare time in your closet. They want to know all that stuff to make sure you're not a POS creep. You know, the type of people that deserves a pew in the head and just take them off this planet because they are the scum of the earth. Cannot stand a P-word person that's into kids. Epstein, all those sick fucks. Epstein got what he deserved. All them sick fucks that are into kids, they all need to be just lined up and just shot. But anyway, that's enough about that. That's not what this video is about. I did get another tire. It's hard finding these 255 5518s, especially in used. But there it is. Continental Pro Contact. Damn good tread. Date code of 23. I think brand new this tire is like $150, $170. $70 for this tire, and it's got over half tread left. I mean, deep tread. But this one just looks a little different from that Hankook. I hate that they're two different brand of tires because it bothers me. I mean, when you look at them from the front, they look very similar. Like the tread patterns look similar. But when you look at them on the side, like this Hankook just looks a little bit thicker. A little bit meatier, thicker, plumper on the sides. And the Continental over there looks a little bit lower profile, sportier. See this gap right here, and the tire sticks out further. You know, it has that deep inset to protect the lip. That Hankook don't have it that deep over there. And this tire kind of looks wider, even though they're both 255s. But I don't know, they're supposed to be 29 inches tall, which, thinking about it, it kind of looks small on there. I think for the back tires, I'm gonna buy, like I said in a previous video, the 255 55s are hard to find, but all day long you can find a 255 60, which I think they make some police enforcer tires in that size, 255 60 18, which is a 30-inch tall tire. These are 29 inches tall. The 255 60s are 30 inches tall. I may try to get one to mount one on one of these back wheels, and then put a 255 60 on one side, 255 55 on this side, and see what looks better. Because it's getting, I don't know, it's 29 tall. The other tires I had, the police tires I had, were 255 60, but those were 17s. And those were 29 5s. These are 29s. But I don't know, that's kind of low profile. But again, I jacked this side up. The suspension probably has to settle some more. But it is what it is. That's not what this video is about. Underneath the truck here, I ran my exhaust. I got some exhaust tubing in. And if you look under here, this is how I did it. I don't know if this will work, but basically, oh great, got my head in the freaking dirt. So now my sweaty hair on my head is coated in fucking dirt now. But anyway, you can see I came in from this side, came over right here, went like that, and met up with this side right there. So that's what we're looking like right there. And then, like I said, those two facing out back right there, they're kind of tilted in a little bit this way. I need to recut it right here, cut it on both sides right there, and like reposition these out this way where they're straight. Like when you look at it against the drive shaft, you can see it's kind of bent towards the drive shaft. But I won't do all that until I actually get a muffler. I think I'm gonna go with the Spintech, 2 in 2 out Spintech. I don't know, I've heard a lot of good things about them, and they're real small. I did get my new U-bolts in. This conglomerate of mess right here, this is a really big zip tie. I had to zip tie all this stuff up so it stays away from this exhaust tubing. And I just ran it through there, ran it through the frame, and then ran this in here. Again, all this is temporary. This fuel line, I've got to get proper fuel line, like AN lines and stuff, AN fittings, because I need to do all this proper. I probably just need to get rid of this gas tank and just get an in-bed fuel cell and just redo all this. See, this is when you know it's temporary, when you don't cut the ends off the zip ties. You know, this is temporary right here. This is all temporary. You know, don't go through the effort of cutting the tails off because it's temporary. Just to hold this up for when I crank this thing up moving around, because I'm going to get it off these blocks. My safety blocks right there. Now there's nothing around the transmission. Nothing around this transmission. So if I need to pull the pan or something, I can clean around it now. I really need to seal up this oil pan. It leaks. Like it's a slow drip. Like if I park this thing in one area for like a week, there'll be a tiny little brown spot on the ground. So not a real heavy leak. But anyway, that's what it looks like under here. Close quarters. I wish, no, that's as close in as my phone can not zoom. But anyway, these clamps work pretty good. I got them fairly tight, and they cinched all these pipes up. I mean, they're solid. I got Doe's nuts right there, just to kind of space it where I want it. D's nuts, they're kind of just space it, you know, a little bit up there, closer to the frame than to the floor of the truck. Again, that's the best I could do right there. That's got about a hand's space away from the drive shaft, which I want to find a different yoke that don't have this balancer on it, so that'll make even more room right there. So going across like that, these weird, I don't know how that's going to affect exhaust flow, but I mean, it can't be that bad. Shit, it's got to be better than what it used to be, 2.5 inch pipe. And I wanted it to come out like this because I didn't want to run it. I didn't want it running real close. It was real close to this transmission pan, and I've heard of people saying that it will heat the transmission fluid up bad. So I just kind of took care of that, just ran it like that. I've had a lot of people tell me these headers, I've had a lot of people tell me that F-body headers fit better on these trucks than truck headers. I don't know if someone can verify that, but a guy that I traded some stuff with, he had a single cab truck with LS1. I met him in Carthage and traded him. What did I trade him? Oh, that 2.5 inch muffler I had, that Magnaflow muffler. I sold it to him. That's what it was. I sold it to him. And he was telling me that F-body headers fit these trucks really good, even under here. But it's like now, if I were to find some F-body headers, I would probably have to redo all this exhaust now. I got everything where it works. The only problem is on one of the header tubes is real close. It's actually touching the spark plug wire, or you know, where it plugs into the head, or on the spark plug in the head. It's actually touching it. So I might have to get some angled boots or something, just for a few. Again, it's like, you know, do I like it? No. If I could have it my way, I would find some headers that fit this thing perfectly, where you wouldn't have to change spark plug boots or anything. the exhaust would be. I'm not happy with the exhaust, but that's how I ran it. You know, it should work. I don't have my keys on me or I would crank the truck up. But then again, it'll just sound like another open exhaust 6-liter. But there you can see it just kind of, these guys just kind of tweak that way. They need to yeah, kind of be pushed back that way. The muffler would probably sit right here, and then I'll wait till I get the muffler, like I said, so I can position these properly. But anyway, I guess that's it. Let's see. Got the U-boats in here. Obviously, I can't replace those right now. These are the nuts that I like. Those big, wide-looking nuts. These nuts. These are the ones I like. These and locking nuts. But these wide ones, they just look, you know, beefier. And these are 5/8 U-bolts. So they're the main thing is they're the right diameter. But you can see they're just a little bit thicker. They should fit that bottom plate a lot better because I think that bottom plate is drilled out for 5/8. So I'll change those. Obviously the washers don't fit. The inner diameter is too big. You know, they walk around hot dog like a hallway. So I need to find some different washers that fit those U-boats snug. Let's see. I got a transmission cooler too. Replace that factory one under the hood. Where is it? There it is. I went with this guy right here, a Hayden Trans-Saver. That guy. It was like $30-something on eBay, I think. I think it's the 1405 right there. Extra heavy duty. But anyway, I'll just throw that under there. That's it right there. I'll just throw that in there eventually. I mean, it's $30-something. I mean, that's a pretty big, it's big as that box right there. So that should be, because this 4L65 is going to need, you know, plenty of help behind a 6-liter. Which, I mean, the guy that I sold that muffler to, he had a white truck, 20-inch reps on it. He said it was a pretty hopped up. I want to say he said it was like a 500 horsepower LS1, and he had a 4L65 behind it. Because I told him about my truck, and he said, yeah, I got a 4L65 too, because the gears are better. You know, the gear ranges are better. So, I mean, it's, you know, I know precision transmission. Oh, Richard Critch, he said he could build a 4L65E to handle upwards of 700 horsepower. But I'm not shooting for that high in this truck. I'd love to have 500 horsepower, a high rever, which I know 4L60s don't like to be revved in third gear, but, you know, just something that'll rev. And as far as manual transmissions, nah. I mean, when it comes down to it, manuals are just as fast as automatics. You know, manual transmission cars have been in the 6 and 7s. Automatic cars have been in the 6s and 7s. It's just whatever your preference is. One's not better than the other. Manual's funner than automatic, but that's about it. But anyway, that's about it. This video is long enough now, right under 15 minutes. I'm just showing updates. Like I said, that hand-cooked tire looks better because it looks fatter on the sides than this other Continental tire. That's why I buy these tires, is just buy these used tires just to see how they fit, see how they look. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I need to get this truck on the ground. I need to get off these blocks. And the next tire I order, them 255/60s are real cheap. Like real cheap. I should have just went with those, but I'm going to buy one of those. I think I seen one on eBay for like $45. And it had like 7.5 30-seconds tread. So over a half tread, and it was like $45 free shipping. So I may just get that one, have that one mounted on here and compare sizes. You know, the size of the tire, the sidewall of the tire compared to the rim, and also how it looks on the truck to fill in the wheel well. You know, I don't want a ginormous tire. I don't want a tiny little tire. I want something that looks good. And like I said, I need to get this thing down to get the suspension settled. But anyway, I guess that's it for now, because now we're over 15 minutes. And that's all I feel like talking about. So you guys finish your projects. Think of your boy next week. Hopefully I will start that job. See how it goes. And you guys have a great day or night.